Good evening, America. Welcome back to Daily Contradiction, the show where reality fact-checks itself because apparently nobody else has the budget. Today's episode is called The Tariff King Who Got Tariffed. Because when Donald Trump promised to make other countries pay, America somehow ended up holding the receipt. Remember when Trump said tariffs were the greatest economic weapon ever invented? The plan sounded simple. China pays, America wins. Everybody cheers, bald eagles do backflips. The stock market sings the national anthem, and somehow every factory magically reappears in Ohio. Instead, the Supreme Court looked at the tariffs and basically said, "Sir, that's not how any of this works." The court ruled that Trump exceeded his authority in imposing sweeping tariffs under emergency powers, dealing a major blow to one of the signature policies of his second presidency. Think about that. Imagine spending years telling everyone you're the greatest builder in history, then discovering you built your economic policy on the legal equivalent of a folding lawn chair. But here's where it gets better. After the ruling, Trump called it a disgrace. Of course he did. Every institution that disagrees with Trump eventually becomes a disgrace. By now, if Trump reviewed pizza, he'd say, "The crust is rigged, the cheese is woke, the pepperoni works for CNN," and Americans seem less impressed than before. Recent polling shows approval ratings falling while dissatisfaction with economic management and inflation remains high, which creates a fascinating contradiction. Trump ran as the businessman president. The economy is usually his strongest argument. Yet increasingly Americans are asking, if everything is going so well, why does my grocery bill look like a ransom note? Meanwhile, late-night comedians have been having a field day. Jimmy Kimmel recently blasted a controversial Trump-related settlement arrangement as one of the most brazen examples of political self-dealing he's ever seen. Stephen Colbert spent years turning Trump's daily news cycle into a renewable energy source. Think about that achievement. Most comedians need writers. Trump provides material before breakfast. Every morning, Americans wake up wondering, will there be a policy announcement? A legal challenge? A social media meltdown? A diplomatic incident, or all four before lunch? With Trump, unpredictability isn't a bug, it's the operating system. And that's the larger contradiction. Trump built his political brand on strength, on being the guy who gets things done. Yet many of his biggest initiatives keep running into judges, courts, constitutional limits, and public skepticism. Multiple major Trump-related cases remain before the Supreme Court. It's like watching a man insist he's driving a tank, only to discover he's stuck in a school zone speed limit. But don't worry, tomorrow there will probably be another contradiction. There always is. Because covering Trump is like subscribing to a streaming service nobody remembers signing up for. You keep thinking the season finale has arrived. Then another episode drops overnight. That's all for today's Daily Contradiction. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still thinks tariffs are paid by foreign governments. Until next time, I'm Sean Merelan in Burbank, California. And remember, in America, facts may be disputed, but contradictions remain bipartisan.